Live Jump with Brad.
And good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us. You're watching Live Talk with Benita Bradley, and I am your host, Benita Bradley. And we have a very special guest with us this evening. We have Mr. Eddie Levert Jr. in the house with us.
Hey,
Mr. Levert, welcome to the show.
how you doing?
Doing well, doing well. Everybody was so excited that you were coming. And
Oh,
so I just have a lot of questions for you, and I know that you have somewhere to be. So we're going to jump right into what we got to jump right into. All
okay.
right. All right. So first of all, how you doing today?
I am blessed. I feel good. I'm good.
Good, good, good. So here's some of the questions the audience wanted to know. So I'm gonna ask their little preliminary questions, then we're gonna get to the meat and potatoes of this thing. So they
Okay.
want to know, are you married?
No, but
Do you
I have one kid,
okay,
daughter,
that was the next question. Do you have any children?
and two grandkids.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay. And you know what? That's surprising. Because at some of the videos I saw of y'all had a lot of women around all the time.
Oh,
We
hey,
gonna talk about that.
hey, hey, we did it for my daddy now.
I know. We gonna talk about daddy too.
Right?
We gonna talk about it. And so I was talking to you. Well, we've spoken a couple of times. So
Yeah.
one of the things I wanted to know, like right off the bat, for you is why didn't we know about you? Like, where have you been? I
Yeah.
mean, it's like you're the man behind the scene. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So I grew up in California. I
Okay.
in Inglewood, California. I,
Okay.
I went to school in Cleveland, and I went to school in California.
Okay.
Uh, I really was. I really not the kind of person for the limelight.
Right.
And plus, I was into sports
Okay.
and basketball. Gerald,
Mm-hmm.
they was into the singing. They was really into the singing from little. That's
Now,
that's what they wanted to do. You know what
now,
I'm saying?
can you sing?
In the shower,
Okay.
if I want to, I can do a little something. Something you know.
Okay. Okay.
So I was telling you a story about when we were growing up, and
Right.
we used to play the OJs and Gerald and Sean, me, Gerald and Sean. So we used to set up our little mops, and
Right.
used to have our friends come from down the street. We used to
Right.
have a session, so we used to play the OJs, and we know we got to had our steps and everything. So they didn't like my harmonizing, so they like we gonna kick you out the group, man. I was like, but it's three of us. We got to be three. You're gonna be the
Right.
OJ. No, you're gonna be the road manager. Okay, I'm gonna be the road manager. So I got me a little briefcase. And I used to go buy all the little cassette stuff for the band, you know. So when I grew up and grew older, it stuck. And that's what happened. I ended up being the manager and road manager, and it just stuck, and that was what I did, you know. Like I said, I was really not the one to be in the limelight.
Right.
I'm a laid back kind of person, you know.
Now y'all started early with the groupies, right?
You gotta remember now. I was 16 when
Hmm.
Levert started. Joe was
Right.
I was 20. Me and Mark was 20. Mark was 20 and my cousin AB, because all of us put the foundation together. Um
Hmm.
AB, and we all my cousin was 22. We all was young. And we all
Right.
know ourselves.
Right.
We don't have no supervision.
Oh Lord.
So, hey, with the territory.
Right. Hey, Eddie, tell them about the story about when y'all was playing the OJs, when y'all was pretending to be the OJs in the candy store and all of that.
We had our little girlfriend down the street. They was our little groupies. We was groupie in the early days. We was groupie in the early days, but yeah,
Right.
where it started at, man. That's where it started. But
That is
Gerald
hilarious.
was always so serious about the singing the group. Ah,
Uh-huh.
man. Okay, so we used to play like different groups. So I used to do a lot of Jeffrey Osborne, LTD, Gerald.
Mhm.
He just always did the OJ. Sean would do some Commodores or whatever. So we used
Mhm.
to play different groups, and they just didn't like my singing for some reason. But they kicked me out of that too. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Thanks, Gerald.
I
And
think I got a
you
great
was
voice.
shooting pretty bad, right?
I think I got a great voice too.
Okay, sing something for us.
No, no, no.
That might
Everybody,
be why you got kicked out.
everybody be like, you sound just like your dad. And Gerald them, you got to be able to sing because you sound just like him. You all talk alike. Y'all all laugh.
Right. Yeah, and you look alike.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. I looked at a picture of you from the side. I'm like,
Is that my daddy?
yeah, it was like, is that junior or senior? You know, I'm looking at the
I
picture.
had two pictures earlier today,
Hmm.
and I was like, damn, I look like my daddy.
Really, you do. You really, really do. So
Yeah,
you grew up in California,
yeah, I grew
and
up in Inglewood
and
and Cleveland.
okay, so your dad lived in Cleveland
Yeah, my mom was in the
and your
Cal.
mom in California. And so how was that growing up in two places?
Okay, so I grew up in Inglewood, California. If you know anything about Inglewood, 100% black back in my day.
Mhm.
So, it was. And then I moved to Cleveland, and we went to a school called, the city was called Shaker Heights, a suburb.
Okay.
And when I went to school, it was like 95% white. And I
Wow.
was like, oh shit, where am I? I went to the
Right,
Twilight.
right. Total culture shock.
They had a smoking hall. They was able to smoke in the school. They was able,
Mhm.
like, what the heck? I was like, different. This is
Right.
different. Cafeteria, in our cafeteria, we had, pizza boats, and they
Mhm.
had whole meals, mashed potatoes, and you know what I'm saying, and
I bet you felt like you had arrived then when you got to
hamburgers.
that school.
Yeah, we had hamburgers in the hood. I'm like, oh, this is. Now, I'm just saying the hood because my mom we always had a nice house in
Hmm.
Inglewood. Avenues, what they call swimming pool, all that too. But
Hmm.
I hung out in the hood, which they call the
Right.
bottom, where
Okay.
so you been watching Snowfall,
Yes.
the bottoms, where snow.
Okay. Yep.
That's
Yep.
that's where I grew up in.
Oh,
The
okay.
real
Okay.
bottoms, where the real.
Okay.
So that's
Yeah.
so I seen both parts of life with the gang banging and the
Hmm.
all. I've been through both sides of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I
Hmm.
think it carried me in a lot of ways to be able to deal with a lot of people in different areas.
Right. Right.
So I think it helped me a lot
Hmm. Hmm.
because business of music is gangster. This
Right.
whole this whole entertainment thing, is gangster. You gonna get pushed around if you ain't
Yep.
go, and they will push you around. So you
Right.
gotta be strong to be in this business and to be in it for 35 years, even though my dad's been in it for 60 something.
Right.
So that
Right.
helped us, but it didn't stop us from not getting paid by promoters. It
Yep.
stopped us from not, everything, the struggles of carrying all the equipment, setting up everything, having to go to the next thing. We did all that. We did
Wow.
we used to drive from city to city. Me, Gerald, Sean, the band, we'll set up the whole equipment. They'll perform, break it down, set it up, and drive to the next city. Just
Oh
like
wow.
all the struggles
Oh
of
wow.
business. It was all
So
there.
so at what point did you realize or did it dawn on you who your dad actually was? How old were you when you realized, oh,
Like,
my dad famous?
12.
Uh-huh.
I was in LA, and they was in concert. I ain't gonna never forget this concert. It was Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. It was the O's, it was the Commodores. It was like a big old, and so we got in the show, and then the VIP was blocked off, so you couldn't get back there. So they had to go get security. So Shadow come out with a big old afro. And I was like, and the crowd was, the women was all on him. I was like, oh, he's somebody.
Right.
But I really do because they sent us a limo. Me and Gerald and Sean and my Uncle Reggie. My Uncle Reggie was like 5-6 years older than me, but he was like our big brother uncle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he used to always take our money and stuff that my daddy. But we loved you to death. Rest in peace. I love you. But but they used to give us our own limo. So when we was in LA, we go to Disney World, Magic Mountain, and all that stuff. And it was totally different from. I was like, dang, okay, this is how it is when you my daddy. So then when I moved to Cleveland, and we used to go school shopping, they used to shut down the whole mall.
Wow.
Used to meet all these people in the mall shopping.
Mm-hmm.
In the mall shopping, the mall shut down. Ain't nobody else. We walking around doing whatever we want to do in the mall. I was like, must be somebody.
So at what point did you feel like, well, if he's somebody, I must be somebody?
Well, okay, so I had tracked around people from the streets. So all the friends that went to school, they was my boy. But they used to always be on me because I stayed on that side, they stayed on that side. They say it was really over the tracks.
Right.
But so and they treated me because I was always real. And I was never gonna be better because I know where people come from. And I've seen poverty and I've seen people in poverty. You know what I'm saying? I know how to not try to be better than nobody because when your turn is gonna flip. Because a lot of people flip from something to nothing, and they can't go to somebody because they done downgraded or talked about or being somebody. So
burned all their bridges.
Burned all their bridges. So that's I don't do.
Yeah. So you told me about an incident. You got to tell the people about this story, Eddie, because it was so funny. When you start going to the white school, to the predominantly white school, and I think you was telling me you got into a fight there, and you got it.
Oh, so
you say you got into a lot of fights.
So I was a bad boy. I was a bad boy. I was a bad boy. So I got suspended from school. So in a football season, our arch rival school was called Cleveland Heights. So football they rocked our butt coming back from the football game.
Right.
So we gonna get them. So we used to go back up to their school, beat up a couple people, go back to our school. So basketball season came. So we knew our first game was gonna be on. We knew it was gonna. I'm suspended. I can't even go pee on school property.
Right.
So I told my brother Sean. I said, Sean, I'm gonna sneak out the house to the game because my boys need me. I got to go to the game. They gonna need me. So Sean said, keep the back door open. He said, okay. So I left. I went to the game. We started the game. Started halftime. All of a sudden, one of these guys was rushing one of my friends, and we go fight. Boom, boom. Oh man, it's like we're in a fight. So after that, I walk home. So I go to the back door. The back door locked. So all I got in. I think Sean or somebody left another door open or something. So I got. Everybody was in my dad and Martha's room. My stepmom, they was in there watching the news. So here comes the basketball game on TV with my bright self in the middle of the. I was like, oh, Lord. And so my dad be on the road all the time.
Right.
on the road like 8 months.
Right.
And, okay, so we done did about 2 years worth of stuff.
Right.
So when he come home, he got so much stuff built up on us. One thing he gonna do, everybody get whooped for
Everything.
Yeah, man. It just be he got away with a lot. I was one time, they had these little champagnes called Baby Sham. They was little bottles and stuff. Gerald and Sean thought we was slick one day. We gonna go to the basement. We gonna drink a couple Baby Sham. And my little Candace went and told on us and let us drink a big bottle apiece of hot wine.
Oh,
that was.
I bet y'all was sick.
Oh, I was tore up. I woke up underneath the pool table. Thought I was in bed. It was all black.
I bet y'all didn't steal nothing else from them, did you?
So I got that crow.
I would have been like, I'm sorry, I won't steal no more. I promise.
I'm good on the drink.
Right.
I don't need no more drink.
Yeah. So listen.
Yes.
And so I asked you how was it growing up. Now you're the oldest, you're the eldest.
Mm-hmm.
And how many years apart? So it was you first, then Gerald. How many years apart, y'all?
Me and Gerald years, Sean 4 years, and then my sister Candace. These are all the ones that grew up in the house.
Okay.
Okay, me, Gerald, Sean, and Candace.
Okay.
And Ryan, that's our little sister.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a couple more sisters.
Right.
Ari and
right.
Yeah, those my other sisters. Right. I love them to death.
Right. Right.
Yes.
So you being the eldest brother.
Yes.
Did you ever find yourself trying to boss them around? Be honest.
No, because they didn't. It was nothing like that. When I ain't gonna lie, me and Gerald, we kind of clashed a lot. Big brother, you not finna tell. Even though I worked with you, it wasn't for you. I worked with you because we started everything together.
Right.
You know, and it was like y'all wasn't taking no pay. I wasn't taking no pay. You know what I'm saying? The band got to be paid because they ain't trying to. The crew they ain't trying to hit. Now, I'm gonna be here.
Right.
Once it get good, I'm gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
So, me and Gerald had a couple classes, real class. It's a real real class. But
well, that's sibling stuff for you. That's that's sibling stuff.
Yeah, I got five times. Yeah, a few times. I got fired.
Oh, he fired you?
A few times. I got fired a few times. Joe used to fire the sound man on stage, you know. Oh, everybody tell the audience, fire the sound man. The whole audience, fire the sound man. Fire the sound man. My boy too, Adrian Johnson. He worked with Drew Hill. He manager. But Gerald fired him so many times. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody that worked with us become, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nobody just come in and leave. It was like you in for the duration until you just really mess up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But everybody that really worked with us stayed with us for a while. Through time, you know what I'm saying? Till I left right after Gerald started doing the solo stuff.
Okay.
I started going to working for Pyramid Booking Agency out of New York.
Okay.
I went to LA to run their comedy division for comedy acts. Me and my cousin, we had our own company called Royal Warrior Entertainment. We would book a lot of OJs, Levert, and, Mickey Howard, Rude Boys, Men at Large, The Whisperers, everybody. We booked everybody in the business. So we would book all them. So they hired me to run them. I didn't really like that though.
Oh, you didn't like it?
Nah, because it was a boss.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not good with taking orders.
Oh, okay.
Not really. I'm not,
Right.
not at all. I'm not good at taking. I work with you, but
Right.
taking orders is like, you know.
Right.
Yeah, I did that in school. They took chatted. I don't need.
That's probably why you got in so many fights.
Oh, I was a trouble. I was a troublemaker. I was a trouble. I learned though. You know, I learned
Right.
either be okay. So growing up in Inglewood, when I left California, I was like young. So my
Mhm.
friends had started going to jail,
Mhm.
started getting killed. The street
Mhm.
changed from fighting to
Right.
guns, and
Mm.
what am I gonna do? I'm out of school now. What am I gonna do? So
Right.
I was like, I think I need to try to go back to Cleveland. But you know, I felt sorry because I have an avenue. And a lot
Right.
of my friends didn't have an avenue. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So I was blessed to have that avenue, but I still go back to California. I still represent my neighborhood, and I'm
Mm.
always in Inglewood. That's my life. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, just in case people who are watching
Yeah.
don't realize who you are or who your dad is, I do have a small clip of the OJs I like to play,
Okay.
and they were singing "Backstabbers." Now,
Uh,
were you born then?
I was born in '64. Yes. Backstabber came out in '72. I was
All
8.
right.
Yeah. But you know, they had plenty other songs way before that. That was their first album on Philadelphia International.
Okay.
Yeah, with
All right.
Cowboy
Let's
Leon Hunt.
okay.
Yeah,
Let's take a listen.
yeah.
What they do? They smile in your face all the time. They wanna take your place. The backstabbers, backstabbers. They smiling in your face all the time. They wanna take your place. The backstabbers, backstabbers. All you fellas who have someone and you really care, yeah, yeah. Then it's all of you fellas who better beware, yeah, yeah. Somebody's out.
You do
All
that.
right. Keep going. Keep going.
So Walter Williams was in that group with my
Uh-huh.
and friends. Started the group with my dad and William Powell. Those are 3 of the originals. Now um, Bobby Massey and Bill Isles. They were
Mhm.
originals too because it was 5 at the beginning.
Okay.
And they got their name from Eddie OJ, which is a
Mhm.
D out of Memphis. And
Okay.
so when they went to California and met my mom, and
Mhm.
Peter met my mom's sister, Bill met my mom's sister,
Right.
uh, Bobby was doing whatever, and so my first cousin Walter Williams Jr. is my first cousin. His daddy is the other lead singer in OJ's, and then
Okay.
cousins by William Powell, who passed away uh,
Mhm.
early in the group, and
Mhm.
that's the whole. It's all family. Bill Isles married my mom's sister, and
Okay.
6 kids, and
Wow. Okay.
he didn't never go from L.A. to. It must have been great. So he went from
Mhm.
stay to L.A. He didn't go to Philly.
Okay.
Got all those out.
He's like, I'm out.
I'm good. But that's my Uncle Bill. That's the whole relationship there. So everything was family always.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right. So I was reading. I was. So were your parents ever married? Your mom and dad, were they ever married?
Nope.
Okay. So I was reading over your bio, and I was looking at a lot of work that you did behind the scenes, um, that we would not have ever known had we not had this opportunity to actually talk to you.
Right. Right.
Um, and so one of the things that um, I didn't know was how involved with your brother's career and your dad's. I read a couple of statements that your dad said, and he really said that you were manager, you were CEO of a
What?
few.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I read it.
the company that we had was Trouble Productions.
Uh-huh.
In Cleveland. So it was really ran by everybody.
Right.
Gerald was really the head of everything,
Right.
and he didn't do no work really, but he he
Right.
produced music, and him and Mark Gordon started.
Mhm.
Mark and Sean is Trouble Production, and then
Mhm.
we had a staff. We had the Rude Boys, the Men at Large. One of the girls signed to Treble, which all were signed to Atlantic
Mhm.
East with Sylvia.
Okay.
So those were our acts. Then
Mhm.
did outside work with Mickey Howard, Christopher Williams, just pretty much everybody. Gerald wrote for everybody from Anita Baker to New Edition to Silk to everybody. He did Atlanta Adams.
Right.
Gerald's catalog is crazy.
Well,
So
I didn't know who the Rude Boys were. I'm just gonna be honest.
all over your face.
So I
You know,
had to look them up, and this is
yeah.
what I found.
Uh-huh.
Hold on. It was-
You don't have to say the words. You got to say words. Tell them what you do, baby. Smile, 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 smile for me. Smile for me. Better than any word I've ever heard.
You know,
I always catch you singing.
hey, that's my boys though. The Rude Boys,
Right.
they deserve that name because them boys right there were rude. They were just people to work with, man. I'm talking about they didn't care what they did. They mooned the Secret Service. So the Rude Boys went out on the tour with Boys to Men on the nomination tour for Bill Clinton,
Okay.
right?
Uh-huh.
Why were they mooning the Secret Service, man? They got kicked off the tour.
I'm sure.
They was the wildest. They were the boys there. Joe Little, Buddy Banks, Melvin Cephas, and Big Larry Marcus. Man,
Mhm.
my boys. Yeah, the Rude Boys. Two of them passed away, Buddy Banks and Larry Marcus.
Mhm.
It was my cats. And then Ben at Large,
Uh-huh.
Oliver, and the Jason Champion. Dave Tolliver lives here in Atlanta. They
Uh-huh.
did a new album. So they just did a new album. Dave Tolliver's uncle used to be Lynn Tolliver. I don't know if you ever heard of Lynn Tolliver. He was one of the biggest radio DJs around the country from Cleveland, WZAK in Cleveland.
I
Yeah.
never heard of
But
Uh-uh.
the radio man. You get your records.
So I was reading, and it talks about how you were kind of behind the scenes, kind of guiding them and there for them on their one of their first records.
Well, their first record was on an independent label called Tempre Records, and that was
Mhm.
Harry Coombs.
Mhm.
Coombs was the executive at Philadelphia International, who was a good friend of my dad's. He
Okay.
had started his own label and
Mhm.
out a song called "I'm Still" right
Okay.
before the Atlantic Records, and
Mhm.
that was the first record they did. It did all right. It did.
Uh-huh.
We our first time that we did a major show, we did a
Mhm.
show in St. Petersburg, Florida, with
Mhm.
Freddie Jackson, the Manhattans, and it was like they played the rec. They announced Levert. This is my
Mhm.
first big arena. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
We got coming up next, Levert. The crowd went, and we was like, damn, they know us. We're like, damn, they know y'all.
Right.
It was great, but after we did that show, Jordan
Mhm.
was so good that Melvin Moore, Hush Production, was Melvin Moore's husband, company
Okay.
that she was signed to. And they called us the next after Pop Pop came out, Freddie Jackson, Rock Me Tonight, and all that came out. That tour, they called us after Pop Pop went #1. They called us to open up that whole Freddie Jackson tour. It was that
wow.
tour that we did. It was a lot of women.
So, do you think having that many women around, do you think you all were able to stay focused?
Oh, we stayed focused because you can't see. A lot of people don't realize they're not gonna be there if you're not focused.
Right.
You can't focus on your music and making this money or getting to the next level. Because after we went to Pop Pop, and that was our first #1, first song released as a major label. So only thing we can see now is to go up. We can't do less than that. So the next got to go #1, the next record got to go gold, the next one got to go platinum.
Right.
We got to go up.
Right.
We can't go. We ain't trying to go down. We've been to the down. We've been to the down struggle, y'all.
So I noticed that they did a piece on Gerald on song,
Yeah.
and in there you were talking about how young all of you were when y'all first went out on the road. So I got a little clip of that, and I'm gonna play that for you.
Okay.
And this is when they were singing what is that one? The Pop 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 song.
Okay, Papa goes.
Now they look young when they were singing that song.
Yeah.
How old were they?
Yeah, Sean was 17, Joe was 19, I was 21.
Oh wow.
Mark was 21.
Yeah, I could tell they're real young. All right, let's play this clip right quick.
About that story after you fit play.
Okay.
After that, it was first #1, and we was off to the races. We were young. Sean was 16, Mark was 20, Gerald was 18.
I remember when you said I was the only one that you would give your love to.
Our vocals were mature to be young, and that was a lot because of Gerald's voice. But you know, the things we wrote about and sang about were more mature.
Baby, please, have pity on me, baby, yeah. Goes my mind.
You ain't gonna lie, he had a lot. He had a lot of nice women, you know.
Watch this. See how nice I am to my friends?
All right, you got a story for us. Let us hear it.
What? Okay.
We ready.
So we went to LA to do our first album. So went to Pop LA, you know, I'm going back home. But dude, I'm on a whole other level now. I'm going to LA.
Right.
We had the homies come out to the whoop whoop, they coming to the hotel, so turn up.
Right.
But why'd I do that? We broke up the hotel room.
Oh Lord.
Oh my God, the label was like, "Oh, we finna get rid of y'all." I was like, "Oh Lord, please, Lord, don't let them jump us," because they. So
okay, your sound back. There you go. Okay.
yeah, it was crazy though, but we came out with some great material, and LA, that was great. I loved the business. I would change nothing that I've done ever. Change nothing.
Do you ever think there was a time where you felt like, well, I do want to sing. I want to be in the limelight too.
No.
Or were you just comfortable in the background?
Ooh, I'm cool. I don't know nobody know none of my business. I ain't finna be y'all hide behind my bushes because y'all might see something you don't want to see.
Don't want to see. Right.
I don't need y'all telling nobody.
Right. That's why you don't have too many people around you when you do your dirt.
I'm good. I don't need none of that.
So listen, on your bio, when Gerald went on Jamie Foxx show, how were you instrumental in that?
What does it say in their bio? I don't know.
It just says that you helped, get him on that show.
I can't even remember, man, how that happened. I think we was my sister. I think my sister Sean Quetta knew some people at Jamie's show. I think that's because we grew up with a lot of Melody Camacho. I don't know if you know who that is. The comic Kim Whitley.
Yeah.
Kim Whitley. Kim Whitley went to school with us in Cleveland. She's from Cleveland.
Okay.
Her and her brothers went to school. We went to school with Gerald.
Okay.
But comedians that we know are in that comedian circle, and
right.
Gerald. Yeah. Once you get to a certain age, certain status, you gonna get them calls for that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Jamie and Gerald was tight.
But he still, even on that clip, he still looked relatively young. How old was he when he did that show?
Hello?
I'm here. I can hear you now.
How old was he when he did Jamie? He was still young. He probably 30s.
Yeah, he looked.
What year? 89, 90s, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, I got the clip for you, and I'm gonna play a clip for you right quick. Here we go.
What's up, Jamie? Well, didn't Papa Smurf? Mom said I could find you in here, man. Yeah, well, I wasn't. I was just about to leave, bro. Wait, hold it. I thought we could talk. Can we talk? Yeah, I guess we could talk, man. Is that what you told my mom? Can we talk? First of all, let me start by saying I love your mother, man. I love her. Let me say something. What if I walked in here with your mom's hand in hand and we kicking it? Raising the roof. I have a big problem with that. You'd have a problem, right? I have a big problem. I know you would. But once I seen she was happy, that would make me happy. Man, you coming straight out of a comic book.
Are you still here? Yeah, I can see you still here. But
okay, there
you go. There you go. Okay, he's back. Here he is. Let me bring him back in.
My friends that I'm supposed to go out with are blowing my phone up.
Tell them stop calling. We almost finished.
I bought them, and they can't get done without me. and they're like,
so now you have a big event. You guys have a big event. I want you to tell us about this event coming up. Then I'm gonna let you go. Yes, so because I know you got everybody tickets and they waiting on you. So tell us about Juneteenth.
Juneteenth, that's our day.
Yeah,
that's our day, our Independence Day. So that's my birthday too.
Right. So just so happens.
I just happen to feel real privileged about all that.
Right.
My friend, one of my partners, invented a COVID testing machine that tests up to 3,000-4,000 people in a few hours.
Okay.
Make sure it's a COVID-free event.
Okay.
Not stating that they got to still wear their mask and whatnot, but they gonna be tested and gonna be negative, and they can come in. If positive, you got to go back home. But yeah, we got a nice little lineup. We got Drew Hill, Silk, Trina, Vito, the young boy Vito. I think the Nappy Roots, and we're trying to add a couple more acts. It's an all-day festival, but it's the Juneteenth and Father's Day. So and it's my birthday. So hey.
So you want to tell everybody where it's gonna be?
Yeah, it's in Tunica, Mississippi. In Memphis, Arkansas, Nashville. Y'all free to come buy a ticket.
Now tell them where to get the tickets from.
I don't even know yet. I will send them to Monday.
Okay.
So I think we doing tickets with what's the name of the company?
Ticketmaster?
Nah, we don't want to deal with Ticketmaster. We're dealing with events.com.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm just doing all our tickets and stuff. But
Okay.
we
Well, as
start.
soon as you guys get the information, pass it along to me and I'll post it.
You gonna come? I got
Yeah,
you
I'm coming.
for you. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm coming because I'm doing the interviews.
hey, for everybody. I'm
Yeah.
doing all the interviews for all the artists that's there. We got a lot of local artists that's gonna be performing too. I know
Okay.
Dante will probably fill you in on all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, all right, you did JR on here?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I'll get him on next.
He's a good artist. I'm
Yeah.
excited
Yeah.
to get my dad to come on here with me
Awesome.
and talk crazy to you.
I
Okay?
would love to meet your dad. That would
He's,
be awesome.
you think I'm crazy? I learned it from no whole barge. So he get on the radio station. He, oh shit! You listen to like,
Right.
award show and cuss. He don't care. You know.
Right.
But
You know,
yeah.
when they get the age, they feel like they pay their
Oh,
dues so they can
all
say
the
whatever they want.
time before he got old.
Right.
This is before he got old. But yeah, my pleasure being on the show.
Absolutely.
I can do anything and bring some more people on here. We do got a few TV shows we're doing. I just did a kids show called Childish. It's about kids. What would you do for your kids?
Mm-hmm.
Would you act? And you win
Okay.
money. We did that. We got another music show called Feature Me. That's about
Okay.
getting features with major stars, how it can change your whole career.
Okay.
So
So
we have,
what I want you to do, I know tonight you probably ain't gonna be no good by the time you leave the club.
oh no,
So the next couple of days, if you can remember, text me all the information for the
I the shows. I would do
yeah,
that.
the shows and are you still doing the put yourself on or something like that?
The remix,
Yeah.
the remix show with Dante.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
with Angie Stone and Darius McCrary and
Right.
yeah, we got a lot of big cast on it. So Angie is on the Feature Me too. Her and Cisco, they are one
Okay.
of the judges in the Feature Me show. So
Okay, so send me all that, like the links, and I'll post them in my groups and stuff.
maybe we can do a two, and I can bring some of my friends on.
Oh, that'd
We
be awesome.
can do a two, and then we'll set that up. Okay?
Okay, all right, that'll be
Yeah,
awesome.
great.
Listen, I know you got to
Yeah,
run, and I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. And we're gonna do this again real soon.
yeah, let's do it. Okay?
All right, have a good time, and y'all be safe tonight.
Yes, ma'am. You be good.
All right, bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the show tonight. Again, that was Mr. Eddie Levert Jr. That was Junior. I know he looks an awful lot like his dad, but again, they have some really great things coming up, and I'm grateful that I get to be a part of it all in June in Tunica, Mississippi. So I'm excited, and that's why I had to go ahead and get vaccinated and all that kind of stuff. I had my first shot yesterday, and I had the second one May the 8th. My arm is still really sore, but other than that, I feel okay. Physically, I feel okay, except for soreness on my arm, but nothing else. I took the Pfizer shot. That's what I took. I took Pfizer. And, everybody's telling me the second shot is kind of the worst shot. So I'm not too excited about taking that, but I am excited about having it already done before, I'm around a lot of people. And although mask and testing will be required at the event, it's still important that, you know, um, particularly for me, that I be fully vaccinated. So, and then when I did go, I was like in and out. It didn't take long at all. I posted, I went live, so some of you may have seen the video um, with me getting my vaccination. Um, it did sting a little bit. I will say that it stung a little bit, but after that, I was more sore this morning when I woke up than I actually was yesterday when I got the shot. So, and then when I got up this morning, and you know how you go to roll over, and I laid on my arm, that was painful. So when I woke up this morning, I was in a little bit more pain than I was yesterday. But all is well, and so we're looking for a lot of great things that's coming up, and I want you guys to stay tuned with us for the rest of this month because we have some pretty amazing artists. We have gospel artists, we have R&B artists, we have authors coming up this month, and we're just celebrating the arts this month, and we're going to continue to celebrate those who are willing to come on and share their gifts and share their stories with us. I'm super excited about the doors that are opening, because you never know. You just never know how one door will lead to that door, to that door. So, and I want to encourage everybody or anybody that's thinking about starting something new, and you might be saying, well, I don't know if I'm good at it. Give it a try. It's either for you or not, but you will never know until you actually try it. You have to actually try to see if that thing will work for you. Okay. So, step out of the fear boat and step into the faith boat and just see what happens. Like I said, it's either for you or it's not for you. But either way, you can always look back and say, you know what, I tried. You can always look back and say, at least I did something. Doing something will always get you further than doing nothing, because if you just do nothing, what can you say? You don't know if it works. You don't know if it doesn't work. But if you do something, at least you can say, I did this and it worked. Or I did this and that didn't work. So you'll know both what to do and what not to do. But in order for you to know either of those, you got to do something. You got to make an attempt to do something. And you can't always be so afraid that fear takes a grip on you and just holds you hostage until you just get so afraid to try anything. Okay. So just know that um whatever you try to do or whatever you're striving to do, you can do it. And again, if it's not for you to do, listen, get back up and try something different. After a while, you'll find your niche. You will. All of us will find it. I didn't know why I was starting this podcast. June will be 2 years. And when I first started it, I was like, well, nobody knows me, da 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 da. But here I am almost 2 years later, and the doors that are just now opening. And so sometimes it takes time to build something, particularly when you have a great vision. It takes time to build something great. You know, um, we normally talk about the crock pot versus the microwave. When you build something too fast, sometimes, everything is not solidified. But if you put it in a crock pot and let it stew and let it sit for a while, all the seasonings and everything is in there. So it tastes better. That's what I'm saying. And so sometimes you can even be unsure. I wasn't sure. I started out with just first thing I did was with just my laptop, and then my phone. And then after a while, I started collecting cameras and iPads and tablets and monitors. And so now I have a full studio here, you know, um, ring lights. I don't know what kind of light that is, but it's like it's a stick light that goes up and it bends. I don't know what kind of light that is, but um, banners and stuff, so you have to be willing to invest in yourself. Invest in your dream, because if you're not willing to invest in yourself, it's going to be really hard for you to get somebody else to take you seriously enough for them to want to help you. You understand what I'm saying? So make sure, if there's an investment to be made, you always make the first investment in yourself. Never be afraid to be the first investment. I invest in myself all the time. How do I do that? anytime I need new equipment, I'll go get it. If I have to save for it, I'll save for it. If I have to wait to find it on sale, then that's what I do. But everything I have here in this studio, barring the gifts that were given, is paid for, bought and paid for, because that's my investment into my dream. These are my investments into my goals, and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to spend a little money if you have it. And if you don't, ask some people that's been doing it for a while. Hey, how did you do this? And some of us will tell you, most of us, we just started by going live on our phone, and then we picked up a few people, and then we went from one level to the next to the next. And then you'll find out if it's for you or not, because if it's for you, there'll be doors opening. Yeah, you might have some hiccups here, but along the way, you'll be growing and learning. You know what I'm saying? It won't be like a total waste of your time. And if it's not for you, then you'll know when it's not for you. But if it's for you, it's going to be for you. And somehow or another, even if it gets crazy, somehow or another, it'll still work for your good. Because why? It's for you. And whatever is for you, I promise you, it's for you. Nothing and nobody can come against something that has been preordained for you. Some of you are aspiring artists. You're a gospel artist, you're R&B artists, you're authors, whatever you are, you're musicians. Listen, no one can set the tone for you. You set your own tone. You determine how far you want to go with your art, with your skills, with your gift, whatever it is. You set the bar. You determine how far you want to go. And once you determine how far you want to go, then devise you a plan, implement your plan, and stay focused on your plan. There are going to be a lot of things that's going to try to get you off that road to your plan and to your destiny, but you got to have tunnel vision. If you have to block out your periphery at times just so you can stay focused and look ahead, then that's what you got to do. Do what you got to do to get to where you want to get to. Basically, that's what I'm saying. And I promise you, it's not going to happen overnight. But listen, hard work and consistency, it will pay off. It pays off. Whether it takes a month or a year or 2 years, stay faithful to your own vision. Stay faithful to what you are working on. And I promise you, doors will open that you didn't even expect to open. You didn't even see these doors opening, and you didn't even think these kind of doors would open for you in particular. But God has a way of getting us to our preordained or our predestined place without us having to turn cartwheels or do backdoor deals and, compromise who we are, compromise our integrity, and all of that. So there are going to be doors that's going to be opening for you. And I want you to be ready to walk in those doors. Okay. I hope you guys really enjoyed meeting Mr. Levert and talking with him. He is a riot. Trust me on that. He's a riot. And as you said, he was supposed to be at the club because he has all the tickets. He bought everybody's tickets. So they couldn't get in without him. So and he didn't want to reschedule. So I told him, well, I'll only keep you for a little while then, and then you can go. And so, but I'm thankful that he thought enough about us in our live talkers to come and share the time he did with us, even though he was heading out somewhere else. And so I'm thankful that he, again, thought enough of us to come by and hang out with us for a few minutes. Okay. So I'm going to go back and look at your comments and try to reply to all of them. Okay. Okay, Mom Beverly, I see you say just keep exercising and moving my arm. Okay, I've been putting ice on it too, because like that whole muscle would just get so tight. So I've been putting ice on it too. But okay, you say keep moving it. if you need an opening act, I got you. Okay, Wayne. Okay, I'm gonna look out for you. So you're gonna be on the show next. I gotta find my list, but I know you're gonna be here next. And how about we find a way to connect you two? That's what it's all about. So let's find a way to connect you guys together and let you guys talk. Uh, uh, Wayne, I'm talking to you. Oh, you go by Ricardo. You know, I call you Wayne. You know, but let's see if we can get you guys together and see if y'all can have some conversations, okay? And see if they can get you on the roster for Tunica in June, okay? So, and that's what we're all about. We're all about making things happen. And if you're just all about making things happen for you, those opportunities are going to be few and far between. But when God opened doors for you, and then you don't think it's robbery to say, hey, I have someone that could open up for you, or just give them, 5 minutes on the stage, let them sing 5 minutes, whatever. Then that's what we can do, but again, be ready, because you don't ever know how the doors will open, when they'll open, and I want you to be ready to walk in them. So this week we have Dwayne Ricardo Braggs coming up. He has a new video coming that's just come out. He's an up and coming R&B singer. We have Pastor Walker. He has some new music out. He is a gospel singer. We have Pastor Little. She's an author. She is a best-selling author. And then we have Eddie Levert's partner that he mentioned, Dante. He's going to come at the end of the month and tell us even more about the Juneteenth event. What I thought was so cool, that one of their friends invented this machine that will test so many thousands of people right then and there, like a rapid test for coronavirus. They have a friend that invented a machine, and you have to test negative in order to get into the event, and you have to be wearing a mask. So that's how they were able to even get the permit to have an event of this size. So because they are going by the regulations, okay? And they are following all the rules. And so, again, thank you guys for tuning in. He's going to come back, as he said. He's going to bring his dad. I will keep you all informed. I promise you. I'm going to try not to let you guys miss anything. So, coming up soon, we will be having our Patreon show. Now, Patreon is a little different from our time here. Patreon is a paid subscription, and you can pay $5, $10, or $15 a month. Those are the 3 tiers that we have. And what it is, it's behind the curtain, things that we may not talk about in the open. Once we get behind the curtain, we'll have a more freedom to talk about other things. And so when we get behind the curtain, those are going to be exclusive shows. So what we talk about here, we'll talk about behind the curtain plus some more. But what we talk about behind the curtain, we won't talk about out here in the open. So I want you guys to, I have a short intro for you to watch on our Behind the Curtain show that's coming up real soon. And I'm super excited about that. So I'm gonna play the commercial for you. Let's see. Here we go.
entertaining, provocative, and always uncensored. Behind the Curtain with Benita Bradley.
All right, and that's our introduction to our Patreon show. Again, Patreon is our paid subscription. I'll put the information in the comment section, and you can always go back and watch these videos over again. You can also watch them on your smart TV, Roku, or your Fire Stick. I keep my TV on as my monitor for YouTube, so I can watch myself live on YouTube while I'm actually doing the show. It's pretty cool, actually. It's pretty cool to look up at your TV and see yourself on TV. And so Patreon, again, you can pay $5, $10, or $15 a month. Each tier gets something different, of course. But for as little as $5 a month, you can become a Patreon member. Membership is now open. You can go ahead now and get in where you fit in. You can go to patreon.com and look for Behind the Curtain with Benita Bradley. Okay, look for Behind the Curtain with Benita Bradley. It's patreon.com, and where it says look for your show, you want to look for Behind the Curtain with Benita Bradley. Okay, you click on that and then click join. It'll ask you how much you want to pay. The 3 tiers are $5, $10, or $15 every month. That's it. And you'll have access to our exclusive behind the curtain interviews and other things that goes on behind the curtain. Okay. And so again, thank you guys so much for being here tonight. I had an absolutely amazing time with Mr. Eddie Levert Jr. And I'm looking forward to having even more fun and interesting dialogue with his father and with some of the friends. And they were talking. Here's the thing that I do know. They were actually talking to do DMX about appearing at the Juneteenth outdoor concert. I do know that for sure. And so they are very they were very touched by that, because again, they were talking to him about getting on the ticket as well. And then he overdosed, basically. And so we're going to be praying for DMX's family, his children, and for families that have loved ones that are struggling with any kind of addictions or mental illness or whatever the case may be, long-term illnesses. We just want to keep everybody in our thoughts and prayers, because you never know when it's going to be you or your family members. So definitely want to keep everybody in our prayers. And remember, you can go as far as you want to go, as long as you're willing to put in the work. Okay? You got to put the work in. You got to put the work in, because once you get to a certain level and you start, kind of want to rub elbows with certain people, these people are workers. They didn't get there by, him hawing around, and they worked. They worked hard at their skills, their crafts, their whatever it is. They had to work hard, and they had to sharpen their iron, sharpen their tools that they work with. And I want to encourage you guys to do the same thing. If you're a singer, sharpen your tools. If you're an author, sharpen your tools. Whatever you are, sharpen your tools, because you never know who's watching you. You never know where you might go. So just always be ready. Be ready. All right. So again, I thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back Sunday. Who's on schedule for Sunday? Let's see. Okay, give me 1 second. I'll tell you guys who's on the schedule for Sunday. Thank you, Wayne. Let's see who's on schedule for Sunday. Hold on, guys. Don't hang up yet. I'm going to tell you who's on schedule for Sunday. Sunday at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's see. Oh, Sunday we have Pastor Vivian Walker, and he has new music out, and so he's going to be with us Sunday at 6 o'clock p.m. So don't forget to come back Sunday, and then on that Friday, on the 16th, we're going to have Dwayne Braggs, but on Facebook, he goes by Ricardo Braggs. So y'all can follow him on Facebook. That's on the 16th. And then on the 25th, we're going to have Pastor Little. She is an author, and she has written a beautiful B-series book. I love when she does that. She's a best-selling author. And then on the 30th, we're going to talk to Dante, Eddie Levert's partner. That's who he was asking me about. So he's going to come on April 30th and tell us a little bit more about the event for Juneteenth. And by then, they'll be able to tell you where you can get your tickets. They'll have all the information for you during that show. So make sure you stay tuned, set your notifications. If you're watching me via YouTube, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the little bell so you can get notified every time we go live, all right? So we do have a full lineup for you this month, for the rest of this month. And then next month, we're going to go ahead and start booking for next month. If you are a female and you have a talent that you like to share with us, whether you sing, you write books, you have a business you like to share with us, contact me and let me know, and we'll get you on the schedule. We come on Friday nights at 7 Eastern Standard Time, and Sunday nights at 6, okay? We will do a pop-up, show if we need to during the week to adjust to anyone's schedule that just can't do a Friday or a Sunday, but you really want to be on the show, okay? We will make that concession for you, okay? All right, guys, so I'm going to get out of here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to go back through the comments and respond to every last one of you. Again, I appreciate you. Stay right here, stay tuned here, right here with us, because you see what just happened live on air. I'm just totally blown away. Did not expect that to happen at all. And so, but I am grateful, and I am very thankful for the doors that are opening. Okay. All right, guys. And don't forget, be considerate of someone other than yourself. Okay. All right. So when you make it, you ain't got to tell people all your business, but just help somebody along the way. All right. Give them a little bit of information, just enough to maybe help them out. Okay. All right. And I will see you guys next time on Live Talk with Benita Bradley. Guys, don't forget, go over to patreon.com. Look for Behind the Curtain with Benita Bradley. Click on Join Now. Get in where you fit in, because when we kick it off, you want to make sure you're already in there, okay? All right. Bye-bye.